Welcome friends, it's Caleigh, and just as promised in last week's copying versus stealing versus being inspired video, I have got 5 totally free resources for you to find copyright-free images so you never have to worry about stealing from another artist again. Woohoo! So if you like all the best fine art tutorials and art biz advice, make sure you pop that subscribe button and ding the bell because I got you every single week. Thanks guys, enjoy! First of all, there are a lot of literal figure drawing references online that are free. The Croquet Cafe, on-air video, New Masters Academy, that's here on YouTube, Line of Action. By the way, I'm gonna link all this stuff down below. So everything I'm about to list off, you just go down to the links down below, I gotcha. But those are all free figure drawing references. Now, a lot of them are nude, so you need to be 18 and up, just to let you know. Some of them are videos where they're actually timed videos, so it'll be like 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, like gesture drawings, and then seated or whatever. So it'll be like an actual person in a video moving around. It's not just like a still shot. But a lot of them just have like tens of thousands of completely free, royalty-free images that you can use for figure drawing. So it's amazing, and they're not quite as good for portraits because usually they're more of the whole figure, so you don't get a good close-up. But for figuring, they're amazing. Now, let's say you're looking more for like really nice portrait photography and or people sort of like in action, like maybe your comic book styling or something like that, and you want people that are actually moving around, you know, doing people things, not just like posing like this, which is good, but not everybody needs that for everything. So if you want just regular copyright-free images, there are again a ton of websites. Pexel, Pixabay, Image Source, freephotos.cc. Those are just a few. There are so many of these copyright-free images. A lot of them are free. I've also found a few websites, I don't remember which one off the top of my head, but where it was like literally like $3 to $6 to buy an image, which even if you're a newbie, if you find a really, really nice image, $3, $4, $5, that's nothing. That's nothing. I mean, the amount of time and money that it costs to take that photo, that's nothing. So most of these are completely free. Okay, so in real life though, I got 3 great things. Ask your friends. I have to tell you, most of my paintings are done of people that I know in real life. Almost all of them. And it's not that I don't ever try to look for outside models. I just have so many people that are so excited and willing to, and my personal artwork, I like to highlight everyday beauty. So I want to appreciate, you know, just the general folks walking around. I'm not looking for like supermodel glam type thing. So asking your friends is like really great because for one, it's a good way to test yourself, because if you know this person in real life, then you're gonna really be able to see if the artwork you made of them really looks like them and really brings their essence in. And the thing is when you ask friends and family and stuff in real life, like people are so like honored and humbled and just, wow, you want to draw me? Sure, like yeah, you know, they're excited. They feel honored that you want to draw or paint them. So, I mean, I don't think I have ever gotten a no, ever in my life, when asking to draw or paint someone I knew in real life. I don't think I ever have. I cannot think of a single person that said, I don't really like that. Now, sometimes I've had to take the photos, but conversely, if it's your friend or family member or whatever, you can say, hey, I love this photo of you that's already been taken. Can I draw it or paint it? That's how I collaborate. I've collaborated with friends that take selfies, and then, you know, I'll ask them maybe to take a certain one for me, something special for my painting for a collaboration, but they love it. The other way is literally reaching out to folks through social media, through Instagram and that kind of thing. You can reach out to someone. Usually it works better if they're not like some mega huge famous person who probably gets like 10,000 DMs a day. If you reach out to those folks, you're usually not gonna hear anything back. But if you reach out to somebody that's like more of like a smaller creator, or again, a real life friend through Instagram, hey, can I use this image? They'll almost always say yes. I've had most people that I've reached out that way say yes. Now, there was a few of the bigger creators a few years ago that I never heard back from. So that was kind of like a no, so I just didn't hear back from them. And then I've had 1 or 2 people say, oh yeah, you can paint or draw from these images, but not these ones because those ones were done with a photographer. And I'm like, of course, I'm not trying to steal that photographer's thunder anyway, so that's perfect, you know? So again, people love it. They feel really honored, like, oh my gosh, you want to make art of me? Like, that's amazing. And there are some people on Instagram that I've seen that they post people that make art of them all the time. So they are obviously okay with it because they make it very implicit that you can just make art of them and then tag them in it and they're happy with that. You know, a lot of people are just happy as long as you credit them, but anytime I'm going to put in like a real amount of time on like a real painting, something with real effort, something that I want to like be able to sell a print or a sticker of or something, I always get permission. Like I said, it's no problem to practice. It's no problem to practice copying, but when it's time for like, this is the face of my artwork, that's when you need to be like making sure you have permissions and stuff. The third way is if you have any friends that are photographers. Now, a lot of times photographers don't necessarily want you to repaint and slap your name on like one of their polished, finished, posted photos, but behind that one perfect photo is probably like 50 to 200 photos that were also taken like of that day, of that model in that place that they didn't use, okay? So photographers, they have a lot of like excess work. So what you can do is perhaps reach out to a photographer. Again, I would try with one that's maybe not like super huge, that's gonna actually see your DM, and say, hey, you know, I love this image and this image. I was wondering if maybe you had like any other good shots from that shoot that maybe I could use as a reference for a painting. I'd be happy to credit you as a collaborator or whatever, and like, you know, like, I mean, I'm kind of not being the most eloquent thing, but basically, you know, just reaching out and saying, do you got anything extra? You know, and that gets back to all of this about asking friends on Instagram, asking other photographer or asking a photographer, is those are considered collaborations, okay? You want to, now some friends, okay, I will say, sometimes when you have a friend model for you in real life, they're just like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not too worried about it, I'm just modeling for you. But you always want to make sure, especially when you're doing it through social media, that you are crediting people as a collaborator or like reference photo from, or model is, you know, da-da-da-da, like, because that is the big thing that makes people excited to work with you and excited to provide you with references, or get a really bad taste in your mouth because, oh, well, that's great, I'm glad that my work is doing well on your page, like I haven't seen any of that, you know. But the good thing is that if you are sharing them as a collaborator on this project, there's a very good chance that they are gonna share you also. So it's, you know, that's why they say collaborations really can like help grow your audience. So not only are you finding wonderful references, but they are copyright free. You don't have to feel bad about them. You can feel great about, you know, selling or making money or whatever because you've gotten the right permissions. And you might have a chance to like get exposure to a new audience. So really, I mean, they're wonderful. It's a great way to go. And then you've got people excited about your work in all kinds of ways. And do remember, if you'd ever like a little one-on-one technical advice, ybirdy is here with some single or multi-session mentoring packages. Just drop down below in the links and I got all the info you need. Thank you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ding the bell, and I will see you next week.